Hey guys, welcome back to another new video. So after pretty long time, this going to be another tutorial video. So in this video, I will show you how you can bypass activation lock on few of the devices running on like F4, F5 or S6 processor. By following this tutorial, you can bypass those devices. So this is a educational video. Do it on legally owned device. As you know, I buy a lot of things from auction. So when I got my device, it was activation lock. Now I cannot really contact any of the owner or anything like that, so this is kind of a e-waste right now, but I can actually make this usable. I already did with other devices. To follow this process, we need to buy few things. Although the software is free, but you need to buy hardware. So you need to buy a Raspberry Pi Pico. This is going for around $3. You can buy aftermarket one. No need to buy genuine one. So aftermarket one will work perfectly fine. And also you need a cable like this. So this is a special cable. So it has option for power. Also it can use as a OTG. So we need this kind of cable to connect our phone to boot into checkmate mode, because the software alone cannot boot this device to checkmate mode, so we need the hardware to do that. And previously, I tried with this device. So this one is Adreno. With this device, actually, I could not able to bypass. This is a little bit finicky process. This module is expensive. Also, does not work with aftermarket board. So this one is actually aftermarket board. So I could not able to use this one. So don't buy this and follow this tutorial. This is much more easier. So this will be a complete tutorial. Just follow the tutorial and you will be able to bypass your device. We need to download few software. The software links will be in the description below. So as you can see here, I have two files on my computer screen. One is called Legacy iOS Kit, which is the software which will bypass the device, and we have Checkmate Pico too. So these are the firmware for our Raspberry Pi Pico, which will boot our device to checkmate mode. So there are three files. As I'm using my iPod Touch 5th gen, so the CPU ID of the iPod Touch 5th gen is 8942. So as you can see here, we have a file called 8942, and there are few other files like 8940 and 8945. So for 8940, you can bypass your iPhone 4S, and also there are iPad 2, and you do get your iPad third generation, which you can bypass. For fourth generation, you don't really need the Raspberry Pi Pico. You can directly do that with the software. First of all, what we will do, we will flash the firmware on our Raspberry Pi Pico. So I have already connected the cable, and we need to press and hold the button here. So if I press and hold and connect the cable, so as you can see here, there is a new folder called RPI RP2. So this is our Raspberry Pi Pico, which is communicating to our computer. So I'm using my MacBook here. You can use Linux machine to do this process. On Windows machine, you can do that, but you need Linux subsystem, or you can like dual boot. So it's up to you. Now we have to drag and drop the file. So as I said, I'm using my iPod Touch 5th gen. So I will take the file 8942, the CPU file, then I will drag and drop the file to the folder here, and done. So it's removed, and you can see the light is blinking. That means the flushing process is done. So now we can disconnect. Now we need our USB cable to connect our phone to our Raspberry Pi Pico. So first of all, let's connect the cable to our Raspberry Pi Pico. So Raspberry Pi Pico is connected. Now we have to give it power. So let's connect. So connect the power, and you will see the light is blinking. Now we have to connect our USB cable. So try to use like USB to lightning cable. Don't use type C to lightning cable, because sometimes does not really work that well. So let's connect So now if I connect my phone here, it will not do anything. So as you can see here, the light is blinking, but it is not doing anything. Now we have to put our device into DFU mode. To put our device into DFU mode, I will press and hold the power button and home button together. Let the device turn off itself. This is a tricky process, and keep it few seconds and let it go. The device in DFU mode now. Now you will see like the light is flashing. That means the Pico is communicating with the device. So when it's done, you will see the light is blink like after a few seconds. So when you see like this, that means your device is in checkmate mode. Now you can disconnect your device from Raspberry Pi. So the device is in DFU mode and it is checkmate now. Now we can connect our device to our PC. So now if I connect the device, you will see it here on the MacBook. So as you can see here, iPod. So it is in DFU mode right now. Now we have to open Legacy iOS Kit 2.6. As you can see here, there are a lot of files because I have been using this tool for pretty long time. There are few firmware because I usually what I do actually I restore the device to iOS 8.4.3 something, which is actually pre-jailbroken firmware. So I usually do that, but here I will not do that because it will take time. So now if you open this, you will get few files, and there is another file called restore.sh. Now you have to open it with the terminal. So I will drag and drop it to the terminal to open it. On the first time, it will update the tool. So now it is going to update the tool. So it's done. Now we can go again and open the restore.sh. Now it will come with the menu. So as you can see here, it is connected and I put 5th gen. As you can see here, the pawn checkmate. That means the device is connected as checkmate device. Now we can actually bypass the device. But before going to the bypass process, we have to download a tool called FTP Rush. So we will communicate with our device using this tool to delete the setup file from the device. So the way this tool works is kind of amazing. So what it does actually, it remove the setup file. That means when you boot the device, it just straight boot into the device. There will be no setup process, so it will completely bypass that. So in this way, this will bypass the device. The device will not be activated actually in this process, but you can actually use the device as it is. Like you can sync the music using 3U tool. So at this point, we have to go here like useful utilities. Enter. Here you see SSH RAM disk. So we'll click that and enter the build version. We don't really need to enter it. Like if you press the enter button, it will automatically take the version. So it is taking the version. It will flash some file to your device, and for the first time user it might take a little more than usual time than here, because of course the files are already downloaded on my device. It is going to flash the IVSS file on the device, so it is doing it. You might not see anything here, or you will see this verbose boot when it is working. So now it is connected. So as you can see here, there is a new menu now. Now we will press on connect SSH. So press on that. So the device is on SSH mode, but now we have to mount the device. So to mount the device, we need to write mount dot sh, enter it. Now it will mount the file. The mounting is done. Now open the application FTP Rush. So open it. So as you can see here, the UI, there are few things we need to do. So host, username, password, we need this thing. So we can get them from here. If you go here, so as you can see here, we have our host is 127.0.0.0.1. So we need to write that. So we'll write 127.0.0.1. Then our username is root and the password is Alpine. So root username and password is Alpine. Also we need port. So the port is 6414. So we need to write that 6414. So 6414 done. Now we have to press on the connect button. So let's connect. So as you can see here, the files appeared. Now we can press here. We'll go back to the root folder and again here. When at this point, we have to go to mount 1. So if we go to mount 1, you will see some file here, and we'll go to application part. Now all the files are here. So what we will do, we'll delete setup.app. So click here and delete it. Yes. So it is going to delete, and give it some time and delete it. So now if you check here, there is no setup.app file. Now come back to the terminal. So now we have to write this command prompt to reboot our device. So write reboot underscore back. So reboot underscore back. And if I press enter, our device will boot. So now we are done with the bypass process. This device is bypassed and we can use it. We can reset the device, still it will work, but we cannot restore the device using iTunes or any other tools. The device will work and we save a device from e-waste. So that's good. By the way, this tool has a lot of things inside. If you want to explore, you can explore them. I will not go through all those things right now. If you don't really follow anything there, you can ask me in my Telegram channel. I will try to guide you. So the device is booted up and we successfully bypassed our device. So it is working. This is a special device, actually 16 gig model of iPod 5th gen without camera. So general and about. So as you can see here, it is running on iOS 9.3.5. So as I said, you can like restore this device to iOS 8 using the same tool, which will be pre-jailbroken. That's good actually. If you want to sideload any application on this device, you must jailbreak your device. You can actually jailbreak on iOS 9. You can jailbreak the device directly using the tool, but I prefer iOS 8 than 9. Tools and the step-by-step process I will provide in the description below. You can take it from there. Just do it on legally owned device. Don't do it on stolen device or anything like that. In my later videos, I will show you how you can sideload application on bypassed device. Although you can still use your app store here, you can still download games from app store. But if you don't want to like log into your account and anything like that, there is another way to do that. So I will show you in the next video. So that's all about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.